Okay, so I'm sorry that this video is so awkward. Not like the rest of my videos aren't, but for some reason today I just feel out of it. I don't know. I'm not sure why. It's just so, also it's very quiet, and I don't know why that's so disturbing to me. I just don't feel like talkative or funny or interesting today. I'm not sure if I'm just like upset, but I'm also in pain. I hurt my back and my head. Actually started with hurting my head, and then I fell at work this week on Wednesday, and I hurt so my back is sore. I had a minor concussion, and I don't know why I'm jumping all over the place. Essentially on Wednesday I hit my head because I stood up and I like bonked it underneath like a countertop, which completely floored me because I was standing up and then hit it really hard, and then I fell backwards and I landed on my butt. And my first instinct was to think that I hurt my interstim implant, because I was like, you're not supposed to fall, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I hope it's fine. There's really no way to really tell right now. I did go to the hospital twice since falling. Like I went the day of because my head was really sore, obviously, and I had a minor, like just a minor concussion. And then the next, or that day, the rest of the day, Wednesday, after coming home from the hospital, my back started to get more sore. And it took me a long time to realize that that's how I broke my back in the first place, was I had a compression fracture, which is like hitting either your butt or any part of your body where like it just, like the force compresses down, and it broke my spine 4 years ago doing horseback riding, and I fell, and then I got in a car accident. Big story. Anyways, and then so 2 days ago I went back, or so Thursday I went back to the hospital because my back was so sore, and I was like, I wonder if I got like a hairline fracture or something like that, even though that wouldn't have caused my muscles to be sore, but I was still concerned. But just the fact that my body went through that much shock by landing on my butt and hitting the ground that hard, it's put all my muscles out of whack, and now I've got like back spasms and stuff like that, so I'm just a little uncomfortable. So maybe that's why I'm not in the mood. Hopefully I can get through this video without being too boring, because I still don't feel really inspired to film anything right now, but I do want to put up something. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today is how I've been hearing a lot about, or I've been hearing from a lot of you, like a surprising amount, I would say, in my opinion, about how you guys are treated like, so say you're someone like me who needs to wear diapers or pads or something for medical reasons, but for some reason when you tell someone that, like, they're treating you like you love, like you're a diaper lover or something like that. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that a bit. First of all, that's never happened to me, so I can't like say that it's just you kind of thing, but what I do think might be the case is that from who I've heard that people tell me that they've said like, yo, thanks for putting up these videos, but most of the time I feel like I'm alone, and then some people think that I'm just some sort of diaper lover because I wear diapers. I've heard that from a surprising amount of my subscribers, but most of them, if not all of them, you're all men, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. From the people I've heard tell me that this has happened to them, I think 99% of you are men, like from who have told me this is something that they get like prosecuted over or judged for. It's because you're a dude who wears a diaper, and that's not fair. I don't know if I can't recall if any women have told me this. I think maybe one. I'm not sure why that seems to be like the fetish for people who are only men. I know it applies to both. Like, it's not just a men. And maybe honestly, I'm not just kind of like now speaking out of my ass. Like, I don't really know the whole statistics around it. I'm just saying, from those of you who are specifically not diaper lovers, like, this is a thing that seems to be, you're being attacked over, and it's not cool because you really do need to wear them, and it's frustrating. Like, I can totally understand. I've never been in that situation, but I can totally understand. Like, I totally get it. because it's not their business, but for some reason people want to judge you over. And the thing is, like, I've heard from a lot of you that it's not just people, it's people who are really close to you or people who are no longer close to you. So it sounds like it's just a stigma that people like to assume you have, even though you clearly don't. It's like someone's like coming up to you and just all of a sudden saying, well, you're blushing, so therefore you have a crush on that person who just walked by or was in the room. And the more you say no, and are like, well, no, of course I don't. Like, you just made that up as you walked by, or something like that. Like, the more vehemently, I don't know how to say that word, you are against something, the more they pin it on you. And it's clearly the opposite, but you have no way to defend yourself or a way to, like, back yourself up without having it sound like you are exactly what they pinned you as. It's just so unfair. And that's happened, like, to me in certain situations. Like, the thing is, though, it's tough for people who have family members and friends who pin it on them to be an adult baby diaper lover sort of thing. That's tough because you don't want to just, like, what my suggestion would be to do is just ignore them altogether, or ignore the claims. But then, like, when they are your family and friends, then you can't really do that all the time, because I know for a fact from what you guys have said to me, like, a lot of the time it is close family and friends and people who no longer want to talk to you. So I feel bad. Like, I don't know how to really get around that stigma right now, because it hasn't personally happened to me. For those of you who just have the one-offs, say random friends perhaps, who just say that, oh, well, if you wear diapers all the time, you must be a diaper lover, like something like that. It's like, I would just say best to just completely ignore their comments in their face and just be like, okay, well, that's not true, but whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, you're not part of my life. But I don't know how to deal with it, like, when it's just someone who is definitely part of your life, like, even like your wife or something like that. It's just because I know that it's been happening to so many of you guys, you males out there. It doesn't just affect that relationship, it can affect other relationships. And that's why it's so tricky, is because, say you have kids or something like that, and all of a sudden you're being pinned as someone with a disgusting fetish in someone else's eyes. Like, I've said this before about ABDL. It's not that it is that I don't do, it's not my thing at all. Like, not even the closest realm of possibilities. However, if you're not hurting anyone, and if you're not, like, out there to make someone feel bad about themselves, then I just say, like, you do you. Like, it's not about me, and I'm not here to judge you, because I'm sure I do weird things that other people don't do. So, but the thing is, like, because it can affect so many other little things of your life, and I'm sure work even can be affected, it's really tough, and it's such a awkward thing to deal with. And I know that also from reading the subreddit on adult bedwetting, I've read some people who have said the exact same thing, and it's just a super awkward thing to talk about because it's not who they are. And I don't even know, so say it was who you are, like, I don't know. For those of you who do watch my channel for, like, diaper reviews and stuff like that, specifically, I don't know how you deal with it. Like, I don't know if this is something that you get accused of as well, but you are, in fact, ABDL. So I don't know how it works, but I just know that I'm acknowledging it. I know that it's a thing that a lot of my subscribers and people have told me over the past many months that I've been doing this. Oh yeah, by the way, in a couple days, it will be 1 year that I've been on YouTube, so I'll be doing a video for that as well. But anyways, yeah, it's just super frustrating and to be in that situation. I can just imagine. I know that from what I've heard, some people say even their doctors are just so judgmental. I struggle with, even when I go, I know this has nothing to do with, like, this isn't the same situation, but I struggle with when I go to the doctor and just saying the word diaper. I don't know why, because I look at my doctors and I look at them as being these esteemed people in society, and then there's me who has a bedwetting problem, and then all of a sudden I have to say the word that I have dry night or not a dry night, or I know this because of the way the diaper filled up or something like that. It's just like, even then I find it super awkward to talk about to my doctors who I've been talking to for many years. And And they never commented back on that to say like, oh, you wear diapers? Like, I imagine they wouldn't want me to just sit in urine every night. Like, that's unhealthy. So I don't know if you can glean anything from this really awkward conversation that I'm having with a camera and you, is that if you can help it, ignore the comments, because it's not worth putting your energy into and fighting if you can't help it. But if you have to, and it's affecting your everyday life, and people are all of a sudden trying to assume that this is something you are and you're not, and it's really hard to deal with, I don't know what you would have to do. I don't know, like, show them a video of mine? I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is something, it's just not fair. And it's, the ABDL community seems to be pretty big, and there's a lot of people who openly talk about it and stuff, so I think if that was who you are, then you would be okay admitting it, I think. I don't know. But there's also, like, lots of products out there and sites and stuff for this sort of thing, so if you were really someone who was into ABDL, then I think that you would have some of that in your house somewhere, like these fancy diapers that I think they sell on all these websites and stuff, which are outrageously expensive. I don't know why. I don't know why they have to be. I've heard they're very good, but outrageously expensive. Anyways, there's gonna be proof whether or not you are or not, and it sucks that I have to say that, because like, you don't want to just have to prove to your family and friends that you're not someone who they think that you are, just by like showing them like even just your search history or something, or just the type of brands that you use for daily incontinence and nightly incontinence. It sucks, but that just might be the way you'd have to go about it, and then seeing like your doctors and stuff and having proof of that. That's the only thing I can really think of. And not everyone's the same. Like, I don't know that that's what you would want to do, or even if that's, maybe you aren't open to do even sharing that stuff with your friends and family. But man, I don't know. I just wanted to say that, or acknowledge that that's something that you guys are definitely dealing with, and it's really troubling to me that that friends and family are being estranged, or are estranging themselves from you, or your kids are being taken away from you, or just awful things like that because of a stigma about something they don't know. That's essentially what it boils down to, is that they don't know what's going on and what that even really means, and to just pin that on someone can just ruin their life. I mean, it's like that with just be slandering someone's name anyway. Like, if you decide to say, if you just started saying that about me, I'm sure that it would hurt my feelings, of course, but I would try and find a way to get through it just by doing what I've always been doing, just by putting these videos out there to have an open conversation, because that's what I'm trying to do. I just want you to know that I am like reading your comments and listening, and I'm understanding that that's something that happens, and I don't know, I really don't have that many great and helpful tips, but I would hope that any of you guys who are watching and you've dealt with this, if you can leave like comments down below about what you've gone through to help make it easier for your family and friends to understand. But at the end of the day, it's worth talking about. Like, it's a little weird for me to be talking about it, because like, it's not really, it's never come across my mind to think about this ever until I started making this channel, and then I have to be aware of the things that are like people are here to watch for, so it doesn't bother me. I don't know if this video made any sense. I'm sorry if it was all over the place, but I'm glad you're here watching it anyway. I'm glad that I have many subscribers and people like you who come here and watch my random videos all the time, and whether or not they're vlogs or helpful videos or rants or whatever it is, I'm just glad you guys watch, because at least I know I'm getting my message across to someone. And another thing I like about having this channel is that I can talk about all kinds of things, like overactive bladder is definitely something, but I can just talk about whatever I want on my channel, and then you guys can pick and choose what you want to see, essentially. So that's just been, like, I know now everyone's here for the same thing, so I'll try and that's why I try to do different videos about whatever it is that I feel like talking about. Yeah, like, definitely leave suggestions if you want to see other things. I'm not a super huge procrastinator, but when I'm overwhelmed with real work in real life and other things like that, I really don't feel like posting a video. And I get, like, I need a day off, and that was what I tried to post a video every week, but obviously I don't. But that would be my goal, is like I really do love making these videos, and now I'm just rambling and stuff, but I have a whole giant list in my phone of like brand new like videos I want to make and create. So like it's longer than I can even anticipate making at this very moment. But again, if you want to see videos, I do write every single suggestion down, and then sometimes I come up with new ideas that I want to talk about, and then those get pushed aside. So either way, thank you guys for sticking around with me and listening to my terrible ranting. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. So I will leave it at that for now, and then hopefully I'll see you in a couple days, because I have the 1 year on YouTube video I want to do, and hopefully that'll be fun. Anyways, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you guys next time.